Episode 7. Lucky 7, right?
Yes.
This is the tale of the captured souls. I'm Adam Dutch, joined by my brother Ben. You on the mic?
Yes, I'm on the mic.
Yeah, it sounds really low. What do you remember about this episode from back in the day?
Before I watched it,
Before you watched it recently.
Nothing. To be honest with you, nothing. Absolutely nothing.
I'm the complete opposite. I remember watching this episode a lot, and I think it was because it was one of the ones in a rerun, the most often that I caught.
But I will say, once I got in, further into it, I remembered parts, I would say. But just, the tale of the captured souls, I didn't get much from it until I saw the cross between Snoop Dogg and Lionel Richie as
the dad.
The dad. Once I saw him, I started to remember a little bit.
Yeah, see, I remember the whole plot and everything in the episode, but I didn't remember the name of it.
Right. Well, I mean, once we get further into the episode, I'll tell you what I started to remember, but I don't want to jump ahead.
It starts off at the Midnight Society, as most episodes do. And Gary is calculating Eric's birthday. His birthday is April 28th and says he is 5,450 days old. I think he calculates to the second, right?
Yeah, he breaks it down to hours and seconds, but he doesn't he doesn't specify what hour and day, what hour and what minute that he was conceived.
IMDb.com in the trivia sections says this would put his birthday at 1977. So I did the calculation. He's about 14. So yeah, this was airing in Canada in 1990.
I don't want to tell you what I was doing at 14.
No. Telling ghost stories in the middle of a secluded forest?
No, I was running the bases there, buddy.
They're wondering where Kiki is. And then she shows up just taking flash photography everywhere for Polaroid.
Expensive.
Betty Ann says it's like a ghost becoming real. What does that mean?
I don't know. She's part of the Lost Boys, not the ones that hunt vampires, but the ones with Rufio.
What is this Rufio thing you keep saying?
You don't know who Rufio is?
No.
Dude, look up Rufio.
Actor?
Just type in Rufio.
Wait, is the guy who's plays Machete?
No.
Dante Vasco?
John Trejo plays fucking Machete.
All right, I'm Googling Rufio, and Dante Vasco comes up first. And
Rufio. Boom. Lost Boys. Peter
Hook.
Pan. Hook. Yes.
Oh, yeah, no.
Robin Williams. Yes. Rufio.
Yeah, he's looking... That's Lost Boys. I thought you talked about the fucking movie, which we referenced in a few other episodes.
No.
Neighbors.
Different Lost Boys.
Okay. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen Hooked. Or Hook. That came up on, Nostalgia Critic did a thing on Hook a few years ago and said, there's just 4 cliches. Ben's continuing this tale of the Twisted Tea.
I'm going to be drinking throughout the entirety of all podcasts.
I played at Secrets last night and had a few drinks afterwards. Wasn't drunk, but got my fair share. So we typically record this on Sundays. I'm gonna take it a little easy.
I didn't play at Secrets, and I still drank yesterday. So
for future show listings, please visit adamdutch.com. I always gotta do these plugs, Ben.
It's fine. It's okay. I mean, I'm getting there, so it doesn't really matter to me. Oh God. Jesus. I'm trying to make a sentence out of these Twisted Tea caps, but really, I'm not getting much.
It would be like that Ouija board we saw in Tale of the Hungry Hounds.
I need some goddamn verbs is what I need.
This is Kiki's first story, by the way.
Yeah.
And she's kind of do that thing that Kristen does with showing a prop, taking these photos of people.
So how you props?
But one thing I noticed is they take these Polaroids and look at it immediately. Those things took 45 seconds to develop.
Yeah, they
right?
took a while.
Yeah, I remember like waiting on him. You try to.
Are you keeping up Jardot's thing? Because we might need that.
I know the show is bad. Sardo, we're gonna see Sardo again. He's not in this episode though.
No, I mean, just like in case we want to talk to him, just and then just I mean, in general, what's the latest thing you can find?
So he was a voice actor on Assassin's Creed Revelations. He's in the Troll movie coming out. He's also in Assassin's Creed Rogue Unity.
What year?
2014. For 2017, he's in a movie called, or a voice doing Sahara. Not sure what this is.
He's doing well for himself.
And they stay busy. Kiki says that the camera sees more than the naked eye does, and that some Native American tribes didn't want their pictures taken because they believed it took a part of their soul. Now, Ben doing his doctoral research did some study of Native American tribes. And what tribes did you find that believe this?
What?
What Native American tribes didn't want their photos taken?
Cherokee?
No, it says they didn't want to move. We're looking at photos here. Like, we can't find any actual Native American tribes that didn't want the picture taken. When we Google, actually, Native tribes didn't want pictures. We just see a bunch of photos of Indians. Native Americans.
It's more the Aboriginal tribes that believe this shit. It's not Native American.
She says Native American.
Well, Kiki's fucking wrong. Kiki, you don't know what you're talking about because you're too goddamn young, fucking lost boy, drinking goddamn Crystal Light out of a mustard fucking container. You don't know anything. I'm sorry.
Well, she doesn't have to tell a story because then we're transported to Jerry Crow Matthews over here, right?
He's a mixture between Snoop Dogg and Lionel Richie. Is the best. It's probably the best description I can give.
I'm assuming this place. She's talking about how it was mentioned in brochures and stuff because, of course, we didn't have Travelocity or TripAdvisor at the time.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this is some type of bed and breakfast type of deal, right?
Here's my deal. See, I want to talk about this. I do, but I don't want to jump ahead.
Let's get to it when we get to it.
So, yeah, let's get to it when we get to it. Sure.
Well, they found an ad. The dad seems like the cool type. I mean, they're pulling up here in a convertible. We see this guy and his wife with him, and his daughter, whose name is Danielle, but she goes by Danny. Yes.
Don't call her Danielle. She don't fucking like that shit.
Oh, no. Well, she goes up, sees a mirror by the doorway, touches it, gets shocked.
Yeah.
Then we see our other main character, Peter, who's rocking some type of old school outfit and has a weird haircut with some odd eyebrows.
He's like an Amish dude.
Yeah, he seems a little unsettling at first.
Oh, we'll get to that, buddy.
The name of the family is the Selman family.
Selman?
Yeah.
Like the Nella?
Sellman.
Yeah.
The mother's name is Sally.
Sally Selman?
Yeah, her real name is Barbara E. Harris. And she has had a very big career, actually. She was in Chicago Fire.
Did you watch Chicago Fire?
I did not. CSI, your favorite.
Which one?
Just crime scene investigation.
All right, cool. The good one. The one that matters.
She's on Prison Break.
Prison Break? Which season?
It just says 2009 or 2006, 2009. She was playing FBI agent Felicia Lang.
God damn it. See, I didn't watch. I watched like the first season of Prison Break.
She's on ER.
I didn't fuck with ER.
I watched a little bit, not too much though. Not enough to remember. Yeah, she has a ton of acting credits.
Anything that I would know other than CSI.
Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Wow. So that's it, huh?
The guy who plays old version of Peter later on, he was in our episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark, and I think the dad is as well. So the guy playing the dad, he actually has a name that sounds like a rapper would, Don Jordan, or a basketball star, right?
Man, that, like, you look at his picture, go up. That dude's been nude before. He's been naked on film.
Ben has this thing now where he wants to find out what actors who are on Are You Afraid of the Dark in any capacity have appeared nude since then.
I mean, male, female, it doesn't matter to me. Like, I am completely straight. However, I do want to know. I mean, fucking careers depend on, a certain amount of how well did this movie do? How well did this TV show do? If it falls short of anything, sometimes they get naked on film just to like revive their career life, which, I mean, we reap the benefits, Adam. We reap the benefits.
Just going through the business a little bit, it appears that the adults playing on this show...
Does they say fart the movie?
Yeah, that was something that the guy was in. I want to find this because it seems like one of those lost movies that like no one talks about anymore.
I would say so.
FART, the movie, was made in 1991 or came out then. So the adults that are playing usually had go-on careers because it was very common for child actors just to stop after a while because, of course, like they go to school and maybe they just get too busy for it.
Who was the who was the dad from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
Rick Moranis.
And I feel like he had some kind of personal...
Yeah, his wife died. He retired.
Yeah, he had some kind of personal thing. His wife died. Like, that dude could have gone places.
What are you talking about? Like, he was big for like 2-3 decades and
then
retired.
Yeah. I mean, but like, even after Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, I mean, here's the thing. We were kids when we saw him,
Yeah.
He could have been a big name back when our parents were watching the movies and shit. But when we were introduced to him, he was on his way out because his wife died. Yeah,
he was active about the late 90s.
So
he went on to teach. He was teaching comedy at a university in Canada for a while.
So now it comes full circle. You know what I'm going to ask?
What's that?
You know what it is.
Ask Rick Moranis to do an interview with us?
Well, I mean, I guess that would be better than what I'm asking.
What is that?
Where's his goddamn crotch shot?
What's if you want to see everybody fucking nude right now? Well, after we record this podcast, I know what Ben's going to be doing tonight.
Jesus.
You saw Mr. Skin for 12 hours straight.
Yep. Find out what the fuck Kiki's doing nowadays.
So this guy, Don Jordan, he was on Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Splinter Cell. I see that shit over there.
Yeah. I only played the first Assassin's Creed.
Here's the thing with Assassin's Creed. I mean, I know we're getting off topic. When you were playing Assassin's Creed on my Xbox, I know you beat the thing.
Yeah.
And I was joining the military at the time. By the time I got out of boot camp, got out of A school, went to where I was going, I was deploying 2 months into me being there. By the time I got out, there were 3 Assassin's Creeds out. So I was like, you know what? I'm too far behind. Fuck this shit. I'm never playing it.
Or you just binge play them. They have a term. We have binge watching now. So binge playing where you play all video games in one series.
Yeah, but see, there's the thing. They all came out way too fucking fast. So I just said, fuck it. And I never played another one.
The girl who plays Danny is named Maria Taylor. She went on to be on Grey's Anatomy and One Tree Hill and Bones. Yeah, Bones.
Bones is where to be. Have you ever watched Bones?
I have not.
It's pretty good.
I have all these lists I need to watch because I didn't watch TV at all really between like 2003 to about. I still don't really, except for online stuff, but a good 10-year period I didn't watch TV regularly.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of the same way with like nowadays. Like I don't even have cable. I have Netflix, I have Hulu, I have Amazon Prime, and really that's all I need.
Yeah, cable's become like the landline.
Yeah.
Of watching. The guy who plays Peter, by the way, went on to be a production designer. He worked on a Lady Gaga documentary. He worked with Eminem, Florence and the Machine. Beyonce.
I hate getting off topic, but let me ask you, what is your opinion on Lady Gaga?
I like her early dance stuff. Although I did make a good mashup recently called Lady Gaga Sings a Lullaby with her song The Cure versus a Cure song. You can find that on adamdash.com.
So, let me give you a little story. And if you want to add this, cool. If not, you can cut it. So when I was a correctional officer, there was a inmate that came up to me and was like, "Hey, what do you think of Lady Gaga? Because she was on American Horror Story." And they're like, "Dude, she's hot, right?" And I was like, well, you do know that that she was born with both, right?
That's a lie, man.
Is it?
Yeah.
How do you figure?
That's just one of those myths. It's just like the people say Marilyn Manson had a river move to go stuff for all sex. Danny goes inside the house and sees her reflection, says, "Gross." There's emphasis on the mirrors in this house. Like, they go through the house as Peter leads us upstairs, and there's a lot of mirrors everywhere. Peter states that there are no other guests that weekend, so they had the whole place to themselves. Danny asks about the mirrors, and he says the family has been collecting for years. But the dad likes the one above the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Notice that one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the parents have something planned for that weekend.
Wasn't that big a mirror, though.
Pete says that his parents are on a cruise, and that he'll be taking care of checking them in. Well, he already checked them in. I mean, he put them in the room, right?
Yeah.
The dad admits that Pete's a little strange, but nothing comes of it. Next, we see Danny playing catch with her dad outside. Peter's outside, complimenting her. Dad talks him into joining in, but he really sucks at playing baseball, right?
Yeah. So, after the fact, the mom, does she have a name in this, or is it just...
Yeah, it's Sally.
Sally comes out, wants to take a picture of the group, and Peter kind of just crumbles when they go to take the picture.
Okay. Smile, everybody. No.
Pete!
You okay?
What's wrong?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
He offers to take the photo of himself.
Right.
He looks at it oddly. It took a while for those things to develop. He just pulls out the camera, looks at it really sinister. Like, in the house, Danny opens the door, sees a baseball come out. She goes upstairs into a mystic region. She sees a room that has ugly-ass rug, some hat, and old suit.
What the fuck does the baseball have to do with anything?
Because they're just playing baseball.
Then, well, I mean, yeah, but he sucked. You know? Like, he wouldn't keep the baseball if he blew at baseball.
However, this is a bed and breakfast. So, like, they could have just a bunch of sporting gear around for guests to play, like, board games.
He just keeps it above his stairs.
Yeah, they always have some, like, old-ass books around a bed and breakfast.
Badminton and shit.
Croquet.
We should play croquet. Fucking, I don't think I've ever played it legitly.
I saw a set at Goodwill for like $10.
What the fuck? How would you pass up a deal like that?
I was busy buying board games there.
Well, goddamn it, let's go to fucking Goodwill soon and go get the fucking croquet mallets.
In the room, Danny sees another photo that it's dated at 1920, and it looks like Peter. He says it's his grandfather. Then she sees some sort of plant. He says it's transferring energy.
Can I just say, fucking Peter? I mean, I know we've touched on it. Peter looks fucking weird. He's a weird dude.
Yeah, well, she feels kind of being in the room with him. Until she touches something, he freaks out. And then he says, "Hey, you're breaking out."
Why is she the only one to break out in this whole goddamn episode?
Because the idea is people are getting older.
Oh, okay.
She's probably like 12, 13. So around like that age, you start getting acne.
Oh, so she tops out at puberty and all the adults peek out at fucking decrepit.
She goes into the bathroom, is shocked by another mirror. And then we see in Pete's room, he hits a button and his room starts like converting to a laboratory. I mean, this is some pretty intense shit. Like, he's got this whole setup in here.
Right.
He puts on a security camera, sees various images. Then he puts himself in a chamber to transfer energy. Now, in the next scene, her dad...
Let's call him Lionel.
Yeah,
Let's call him Lionel for short.
But again, his name in this is Doug.
Yeah, I like Lionel better.
Lionel Richie.
But Lionel
Or Snoop Lionel.
Lionel Salmon.
Snoop Richie. Well, he looks at his watch and it goes faster. But wouldn't this like affect like the whole time dimension?
Yeah, wouldn't it get darker?
Yeah, well, he sees his gray hair. He's like, oh shit, I gotta get this Jericho taken care of.
Yeah, need that pomade. That's what it is, right? Pomade. Yeah.
Back at the campfire, they ask why he didn't want a picture taken. And they mention the mirrors again. So in the next scene, hey, Pete's really upped his game because he's like throwing this baseball around like crazy.
You know what this story reminds me of? Did you ever watch Penny Dreadful?
No.
Well, write this shit down. I suggest you watch Penny Dreadful.
What is this about?
It is about like Victorian London. It has Frankenstein's monster, Dr. Frankenstein, fucking werewolves, Dorian Gray. Dorian Gray is, this is what it reminds me of. This dude will not look in the mirror because he's like young and youthful and he fucking like lives off of the youth. But if he looks in the mirror, he is this fucking decrepit, like old ass, like falling apart being. You need to watch Penny Dreadful. You need to watch it with Kayla. All the way through. You'll love it.
Cool. Pete strikes out Mr. Summon, who seems tired and run down. So there's a transfer of energy happening.
It's probably because of the nightly neighbors.
Oh, yeah, they're all vampires are coming on this as well. Danny pitches the ball to Peter, and he hits a home run, sending it into the bushes. He goes running after the ball. Danny tells her dad that he just got lucky. However, he tells Danny he has to quit the game because he's starting to feel a little woozy. Next, we see her mom now has gray on her hair, too. And after they go swimming, her mom says she's too tired. This became this bed and breakfast to relax. I don't want to do anything, right?
Swimming where? They haven't said like.
It's seaside. There's a by lake.
Where? They never showed a lake in this whole entire episode.
It's right behind them playing baseball. It's right there in the scene. You want to bet on our $5?
No,
You're
no.
listening to our $5.
I'm not going to bet you.
Yeah, learned a lesson the first time, right? Her mom then notices that Danny's breaking out with a second big pimple and says we might have to get some medication for her. She runs off and then is shocked on the mirror again.
Is this the one she breaks or is it another one?
Wait a minute. Hold on here. I got to stop right here.
Okay.
I'm getting some of this from the Are You Afraid of the Dark Wikia.
Mm-hmm.
But all these in the show notes, by the way. On here it says, Danny is shown checking herself out in the bathroom in the mirror. There she sees that she does indeed have another pimple. Also notices her breasts are getting bigger too. Nothing shown. Do you remember seeing like her touch her boobs?
She never looked at her breasts. People are just trying to fucking jerk off to Are You Afraid of Dark Wiki. Keep that in there. Don't you dare edit it out. You sickos.
Yeah.
Sure, I may be trying to see actors or actresses naked, but you motherfuckers are sick. You want to see... You want to... Oh, yeah. Little Danny is looking at her breasts. Sickos.
As I was editing this episode, I went back and watched that scene. And yes, Danny does look down her shirt. And it's all security camera that Peter's watching when that happens. She shocks herself and gets mad and slams that mirror, breaks it, then sees something odd in it. Remember what that is, Ben?
Yeah, she sees a goddamn camera.
Yeah, like what the hell? You see a camera inside of a mirror, you go up and assume.
How poorly wired are your goddamn cameras in the mirrors to where every single fucking mirror she touches, she shocks herself. She acts like she gets cut by them, but all of a sudden, it's electric.
Oh, here it says burn, but I thought she was being shocked.
The way she acted with the first goddamn mirror sounds like she got cut.
Assuming this, I mean, a lot of bed and breakfasts are like Victorian houses from the 1800s. I mean, I've been in like some old venues before. Like the electricity is basically shit because there's just technology involving. Like maybe the house hasn't been renovated since like the 1890s. However, they had good camera technology back then, right?
Yeah.
Although, knowing some people I know, they'd be flipping shit. They saw a fucking camera inside the bathroom at a hotel they're staying at.
Knowing some people you know, I've been to goddamn hotels with you. My God. You got a free hotel stay because of us.
Yeah, complaining because like goddamn construction and shit happened. But my favorite hotel story of all time, I actually like getting off topic because it's as more characteristic to the show.
Well, yeah, obviously.
And I've traveled all around the Mid-Atlantic, like touring and musician gigs and stuff. I show up at a hotel, check in, get in the room. 10 minutes later, use the bathroom. The toilet overflows. I'm on the second floor of this hotel. Get the plunger. The plunger doesn't do anything. The toilet just overflow of water all over the fucking place. Starts going inside the hotel room. I go downstairs to the front desk to let them know what's happening. And by the front desk is the bar and restaurant. So I tell the front desk guy, I got a problem in my room. He says, well, it can't be worse than any of the other shit I've been dealing with tonight. He told me there was a bunch of drunk guests like causing a bunch of mischief. Well, I said, now you have some other shit to deal with. And I look inside the restaurant, and on the bar, it's just leaking water down. So he's like, oh, all right. So I got a new room.
Can I just say,
luckily there's no one at the bar, by the way. It's closed down for the night.
I mean, I don't exactly remember our situation, but I will tell you that when I was in high school, we all went to a car show in Baltimore, and Mom and Dad did not know that I was going to Baltimore. Well, we got snowed in. Fucking blizzard hit Baltimore, and fucking the very first thing when we got a hotel room a dude did was shit in that toilet, and it fucking clogged it up. Right, dude, it was a goddamn nightmare. It took fucking 4 hours for them to come and unclog that goddamn toilet.
What was this, like a budget in or something?
I mean, it was some cheap fucking hotel. Like, it was a goddamn nightmare. Like, I was sleeping on the floor, and like, you had two guys on the beds. You had three guys on the floor. Yeah, one person in the bathtub. Like, we had more people in there than we were supposed to, but that was a nightmare with clogging the fucking toilet as soon as you get in the goddamn hotel. It was awful.
So I thought you were going to tell that story of high school where you pissed off the balcony in Ocean City and people were like turning away from the hotel.
No, that was prom.
Okay.
Prom. And then I flew my I think it was Batman or Superman cheap $3 kite, and the wind took it and ripped it off the string and fucking threw it in the dumpster. Good times that. Threw up on my prom date. I'm sorry. Sorry if you're listening.
Yeah, that's rough. Her dad comes in. That's what Danny's freaking out about. He says, oh, don't worry, it's a camera. She's like, in a mirror.
It's just the old wiring.
In a mirror.
I like that line she delivers there. He doesn't think anything of it. Then we see Peter coming out of his chamber. There's smoke going everywhere, and his hair is all standing up at the end like it's coughing because she broke the mirror in there.
Right.
Next, Danny is going through a little walk in the woods and finds a small grave jar that has tombstones on it. One reads, Peter Kirtland III, 1907 through, and not dead yet. So they pretty much bought the plot.
Then it had the tick marks for male, women, children, dogs.
Yeah, I thought those props looked a little shit there. I mean, that was the only thing about this episode like that really stuck out to me in terms of like flaws of these corny markers.
That, in a way, it kind of reminded me of the old Frankenweenie.
Oh yeah, I mean,
and yeah, well, they made a new one with like Tim Burton and shit. Like, it was like all animated and all this other shit. I'm talking about the old ass Frankenweenie, and like, I don't know, if something reminded me of fucking Frankenweenie, and I love that short. I love it. A lot of retro references we make. And I love that we make.
Danny goes upstairs, see what's happening in the house. Her mom's aged again.
They're so tired.
Yeah, her dad comes in now, but they just plop in the bed, pass out.
They're so tired, Adam.
All people do sleep a lot.
I sleep a lot. I'm fucking 29.
You got full life ahead.
Fuck, I live too fast.
She continues her investigation, looks for Peter in his room to talk to him, but he's not there. She once again looks at the old photograph and thinks it's weird. Then she finds a little sore corn on a lab table. The one that has the hidden red button. She presses it and sees before her eyes that it transferred into this meth lab again. She then sees the security camera and sees an elderly man who's wearing the same clothes that Peter was. Hey, that's a hand right there, right? The man is serving her parents' tea in the drawing room. Danny is wondering who it is, but then she switches off. So my question here is, I guess the thing here is, if Peter is shown on any type of camera, then he's old.
Okay.
Right?
Yes. So, do you have any other notes on that?
I passed out last night when making my notes. I watched this a few weeks ago, but just got like the audio transfer for the episode here.
Fantastic. Well, let me tell you what 7 Twisted Teas found out.
What's that?
All right. What has Peter been doing to Danny the entire time of this episode?
Complimenting her.
Yes, complimenting her. Oh, you're so strong. I like an attractive woman that likes her fitness. He's fucking 100 and something. Guess what?
Actually, he would be like 85-ish.
Oh, okay. So guess what? He's still a pedophile.
But he's young again.
No. He's still old as fuck. He has lived countless lives. Sure, he's in a young shell, but guess what? He's still a goddamn baby toucher.
The tale of the pedophile at the lake.
Tale of the diaper sniper.
Jesus. The chair turns. She sees she goes downstairs and sees this Peter offering her a cup of tea.
Hey.
She's stunned.
There's no roofies in it.
Yeah, he wasn't in that thing. It was just the old guy there. She goes back and examines the black silhouette markers. There are 21 men, 15 women, 34 kids.
10 dogs.
Yeah, that's a lot of kids.
It's a lot of dogs, too.
So is it the younger they are that he gets more energy?
You'd have to ask Peter. Oh, I get it.
Because, I mean, the parents are aged by I don't know, at least 30 years. But Danny's she's not appearing to be in her 20s at all.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even tell she's getting bigger boobs. But fucking Are You Afraid of the Dark Wiki can see it.
It says here that he approaches her, tells her that she's discovered a little plot. No shit. And she's right by all. It's done by the mirrors. She is right. It's all down by mirrors. I think they meant down there, but
done by.
Yeah, it's supposed to be done. So since Danny is much younger than her parents and hasn't been looking at them anymore, she hasn't been aging fast anymore. But who wrote this? A 6th grader?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Hey. Maybe the person who edited this Wikia page was doing some Twisted Teas also.
Hey, person doing the Are You Afraid of the Dark wiki page, Captures Souls, Modulation Studios
at gmail.com.
Fucking hit us up. I want to know about the whole pedophile situation.
Hey, I did just get my new 17th edition of Chicago Manual Style for Writing, so I have my editing experience down. It's academic.
See, you're a lot more formal than me, and I love that.
She sees her parents when she runs back to the house, and they're all the less leg, it looks like. She tries to convince them that the mirrors are making them old, but they still don't believe her. She then...
Yeah, now they're in, dementia, senile stage. You can't fucking talk that.
She grabs a mirror by a cloth, and then rumps up to Peter's room with it. He's activated the room in lab mode to transfer energy, depleting their youth. The energy tube is almost full now. Then she flips some buttons. Peter jumps out of the booth, tells her to get away. She holds a mirror. He tries to cover his face. So, yeah, it is like Penny Dreadful, right?
Yes, but I would highly suggest you guys watch Penny Dreadful.
We're at the K&A TV day.
Well, you guys only watch one episode over there, right? Or do you watch the whole thing?
We watched one episode.
You might want to watch the whole thing.
I ain't got time for that.
You do have time for that. You will make time for that, sir.
Peter tries to get her to join in on his plot to stay forever young.
Yes. Please take this young underage girl as your bride.
She then locks him in the chamber booth and puts all the switch to the minus. Telling me he's messed with the wrong girl and not to call her Danielle.
Yeah.
Old people seem to get people's names wrong all the time, right?
Bill Cosby fucking hit the same goddamn problems.
The machine rips up, it starts over smoking. Peter's crying out no. Then his hair is starting to turn gray and aging rapidly in the spot.
Can you see that in the tube?
Yeah.
Because I wasn't paying attention.
Danny gets checked on her parents, and they're brand new. That's where they were. Danny's increased puberty has also been reversed, and she no longer has the pimples on her face, and she's happy. Her parents were okay. Finally, her parents agreed to leave the hotel. The next morning, they pack up the car, preparing to leave, and then there's an old guy at the door, just with the curtain open, calling for Danny. She's a little shocked to see he's still there. Peter says goodbye and tells her
he's going to see his family.
Yeah, it's been too long. The last thing Peter tells her is to enjoy her youth while she can. Possibly because the machine is now broken, he won't live long enough to fix it. Or realize the error in his ways and decides to embrace the mortality issue.
Here's the thing. If someone was sapping the youth out of my family at a bed and breakfast, I don't think at the fucking end where I turn them into the old ass decrepit fucking thing they are, that I would want them tapping on the goddamn front window telling me how to live my goddamn life after I've already fucking made them old. I'm pretty sure they would be fucking spiteful as hell and just fucking, I don't know, creep off in the backyard and die.
I think she feels that way as well because her mom finds a photo, asks if she recognizes who it is, and it's Peter's real self. And Danny says that she doesn't know who it is.
Yeah.
It's just some subtle man.
Well, see, this is Mary Beth's story, right?
No,
or
it's Kiki.
Kiki's story.
Yeah, it's Kiki's first
Yeah,
story.
okay, Kiki's story. Who gives a fuck? Okay, you don't want to tell him that, oh yeah, hey, that's Peter. You're not going to believe me any goddamn way. But also, hey, he was sapping the fucking life out of you and Lionel Richie over there. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. This is where it starts to fall apart for me.
At the end?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, if this changes his mind back in the Menace Society, Kiki confirms that Daddy never told her parents about the truth.
Hey.
They were safe, and Peter was never going to hurt anybody again. Also, Danny finally convinced her parents to go to the ocean. So, yeah, this wasn't a seaside bed and breakfast. This was like a bed and breakfast on a lake. Because she wanted to go to the ocean instead at the beginning.
Well, fucking Danny's picky.
Kiki tells her friends that sometimes pictures do tell the truth, whether you like it or not. And she has one shot in her Polaroid left. She puts the camera down on a storyteller's chair, runs over to her friends to do a group photo. I think this group photo appears on some like marketing things for the Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Makes sense for me. I'd buy it.
So bad, scary or not?
Now or then?
Both, as always.
Then probably. Now, not at all.
I don't remember being scared when I watched this as a kid, but I was entertained.
I don't remember this at all.
I thought you said at the beginning that certain scenes you remembered.
No, that was Nightly Neighbors.
Not this one either?
No, this one, like, certain parts, once they finally introduced Peter and that, like, okay, now they're starting to fucking get old. Okay, yeah, maybe a little bit, but at the same point, like, if you remade this now, you could actually do something with it. You could. I'll give them that much. However, the way it's been done in this, it doesn't hold up over time.
I don't think it was that bad. I actually enjoyed it.
Well, you're better than me, sir.
It has that kind of creepy thing where you stay at a place you don't really know.
See, I lost that when I was in the military. I can sleep any goddamn where. I can sleep on the fucking road if I have to.
That must be a luxury.
Is it? Is it a luxury?
Well, I mean, you know, I've been in a situation that's totally his position where, like, someone will say, yeah, you can stay at my place because, like, you're trying to spend as less money as possible when you gig because you just made some gig money and don't want to have half of it go to a hotel. So
wow.
I had a situation once. me and a band member were staying at somebody's house, and like there was no couch in the room we were given, and like no blankets, and we literally fucking slept on the floor. I was using my backpack as a pillow, and we used our jackets as blankets.
So
that's having to adapt to situations of sleeping.
Yeah, that's what you do.
I'll just get my Airbnb now. That does it for another episode of We're Not Afraid of the Dark. Join us next week. Be sure to subscribe to us wherever you listen to your podcast. Produced by Modulation Studios at modulationstudios@gmail.com. Next week's, Ben, by the way, is that vampire episode.
Fantastic.
Everybody loves vampires.
Except for those glittery motherfuckers. We hate them.
Hey, I'd rather see vampires than those dumbass fucking people that did that rave on the Super Specs episode.
The putties.
Yeah.